So, it's currently January. For the last couple of years, every year, it's normally around, right, a couple days after Christmas, my dad's birthday, we go to this store up in Delavan, Wisconsin. It's called Fleet Farm. It's one of his favorite stores. It's also become one of my favorite stores. So on our yearly trip, it was just me and my dad this year. In previous years, my whole family went with. But this year it was just me and my dad. And on that trip this year, I bought this keg of root beer. I think it's 1918 is what it's called, something like that, root beer, that I originally bought to celebrate New Year's with. My family, my wife and I, we didn't end up going anywhere New Year's due to unforeseen circumstances, but I still am enjoying that keg of root beer, and it is quite delicious. I recommend it. 1918, I believe, is what it's called. I found it at Fleet Farm in Delavan, Wisconsin. Also, it is currently 2026. I went all of 2025 without recording anything. My bad. Not really my bad. Couple things that happened. 2025 was a very, very long year for my family. Both. It was long mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of it that you can think of. Biggest things that happened. Right away, January 2025, my wife and I, we had, and also to preface all this before I start, I may or may not make a video in the future. That's literally my 2025 wrapped up in one story. This is not that video, but I'm prefacing all this with saying that 2025, big things that happened. My wife and I had our first child, so that's awesome. I got my, what I would call my big boy job. I got a new job than what I had previously, and that was last September, so that's really awesome. It was a big deal for my family. It was kind of a God sent, something that we had been praying for a long time. And I fell off a house and broke my foot about a month after my daughter was born. That really isn't anything super major. I was fine. I didn't break the whole foot. It was, I don't know, it was the metatarsal bone, which, if you don't know, it's the bones from, like, in between, it's the bones, like, in the main section of your foot that actually connect your toes to the rest of your foot. I broke my 5th metatarsal, which is from my pinky toe. So I was in a boot for about a month. So that, they didn't actually have to do surgery for it to heal. The doctor said that because of where I broke it, that they could let it heal naturally, and the bone may straighten itself out over time, or it may be crooked forever, and it's not the end of the world. But yeah, so 2025 was a very, very long year for my family, and so that's why I didn't make any videos or post anything. Which is funny, because at the end of 2024, I made this whole big push that I was going to try and make more videos and do weekly scheduled content, and then 2025 happened, and that all kind of went down the drain. So, I preface this with saying, I'm going to try and keep making videos again. I missed it. I enjoyed it. I think so far now, a year later, my family, we're at a point that I can take some time to do more of this stuff. I'm not going to promise weekly scheduled things, because I'm a dad now, and that takes priority over everything else. But I have some time tonight, so I decided, it's a new year, I'm going to do one of my favorite kind of videos. We're going to do our EDC for the beginning of 2026. And that's going to include what's in my pockets, and then what's in my backpack. So it's all of that all lumped into one video. So cheers. I'm going to take another sip of this. I'm going to start with my pockets. So main thing is my phone. This is my iPhone 15 Pro. I bought it when it first came out, 2023. Still rocking it. I haven't really felt the need to upgrade just because don't want to spend the money, first of all. And there hasn't been anything super major that's made me want to upgrade to any of the new ones yet. I was really tempted with the 17. Every time I look and I see somebody, or I see like on Threads, I spend a lot of time on Threads nowadays. You find me on Threads at Tanner Boyer. I see a lot of people talk about the iPhone Air. Every time I see it, I think I really want it, and then I look at it, and then I will go like to the website, put it in the cart, I'll look at it, and then I decide I don't want to. And so, but mainly the regular 17s are awesome. I think they're a good phone for what they are. I think I would miss having a Pro if I went to a regular iPhone model, and the last couple of years of Pros really haven't like wanted me to upgrade. I'm not a fan of the 17s, and I'm just gonna say it. I don't like the orange. I don't know if I've ever said this on this channel, but I am a big hater of orange. I understand there's an orange logo on my t-shirt. This is okay. Little bit's okay. But like all orange, I'm not a fan. So right away they made an orange iPhone and they didn't make a black one, and so I was already out. And I don't like that they ditched titanium. I think titanium's cool. I like it. I like how my iPhone feels naked with the titanium. So that was a long rant for me to say that my current phone is my iPhone 15 Pro. It is black. It currently has a D-brand grip case with the the digital camo skin. Both the grip and the phone are skinned with digital camo. And I'm going to get out of the way. D-brand is something you're going to see a lot of in this because I really like D-brand. So if I can put a skin or a case on it, I did. Just to get that out of the way. Not sponsored, but they should sponsor this channel because I would sell a lot of their stuff. So, phone, iPhone 15 Pro, and a D-brand grip. Earbuds. These are my AirPods Pro 3s. These are actually fairly new, as in yesterday. I finally pulled the trigger on these just because my last generation ones, it was weird. I would put them in and there was this ringing sound and I couldn't figure out what it was. When I tried to look into it, a lot of stuff that I found said that it could have been interference from other devices, which makes sense. I mean, I have a lot of stuff in this room and everywhere else, but I would go to the middle of nowhere where there was nothing and put them in and I still get that beeping sound. So I just decided to buy these, and mine are monogrammed with my name because I bought 2 pairs when I bought them. I bought my wife a pair, and so hers have her name on them, and then they're naked right now because the case I ordered for it has not come in yet. And yes, I ordered a D-brand grip case for my AirPods. I ordered her one too because she has a grip on her phone now as well, so now I just order her the same stuff I order for mine. It's awesome. I actually fairly enjoy it. But yeah, AirPods Pro 3s are my headphones of choice. Other thing I keep in my pockets, a knife. This I believe was in my last everyday carry video that I did. This is my Leatherman Free P4. It is my multi-tool. I really like this. It's helped me a lot throughout the years. They have the arc now. I really, really want it. I don't want to spend the money on it. That's going to be a common theme in a lot of this. Is something I want, but I don't want to spend money. But yeah, this is my P4. It's been through a lot. This is the 3rd pocket clip that I've had on it. The original one I broke, and then I bought a new one, but it wasn't the OEM one. It was a different one. I didn't like it, and that bent. And so then I stole the clip off of my T4, which is the pocket knife version of this, because they have the same belt clip, and the same screws. So I stole that off of the T4 and put it on my P4, and I haven't broke it yet. And the only other thing that's broken, which I don't actually know what this tool is. If you know, let me know in the comments. But I broke this. And yeah, it's been broken for a while. I used to have another specialist in my Army days. He would always give me crap that it was broken, and he'd remind me that Leatherman has a lifetime guarantee and I just have to send them pictures and they send me a new one. I'm aware, but I don't use it. It really has not bothered me one single bit that it's broken. So I keep going with this bad boy. Other thing, my keys. Well, these are my keys. This part's not important. This is just the key fob for my car. A lot of times I have 2 on there because I also have a work vehicle. But that's currently not here. It's at our office. But this is my key organizer. It is a key organizer from Ridge. It is in matte olive green, and I really appreciate it. This has 4 keys on there, and I really like it because it keeps the keys from jangling around in my pockets. It doesn't scratch things. It doesn't poke me in my legs, and it also has a little like pocket clip on it if I want to clip it to my pockets. So nothing special there. That's my keys. And then this is my wallet, which is a matching Ridge wallet in that same olive green. This is the new 2.0 version. So I quite enjoy it. I enjoy that they redesigned the cast strap on there. I didn't like the cast strap of the original Ridge wallet. This I think is my 3rd Ridge wallet that I've had in the last couple so years. It's been quite a while that I've been using Ridge wallets. I had my first one. Before this one, I was using the leather one, the collaboration they did with MKBHD. I really like that one, except it was getting to the point that some of the stuff that I keep in my wallet was making the leather one bend. So all of my cards and everything, and it had this like curve to it, and I didn't like that. So I switched back to this one. This is the 2.0 one. Also, they do have MagSafe ones, but the magnets on them are not amazing. So we're rocking this. And I love it very much. I like it a lot. And then the last thing, this isn't necessarily in my pockets. It's either on my head, or if I'm not wearing them, it's in my backpack. These are my glasses. So these are a pair of Oakleys. They are the Hollowbrooks, I believe. And they're just Wayfarer style sunglasses. And I like these ones because they have the Oakley logo is a little American flag. This is my 2nd pair of these. The first pair I bought a long time ago at Cabela's or Bass Pro, one of the two. It was one of the two. We were coming home from a vacation, and I bought them. And then my wife bought me another pair, so I try to keep one pair on me or in my bag, or I have another pair in my car. And that is the pockets. So we're done with the pockets, and I normally have a hat. Right now I have a Nightcore hat on. Because that's the new big boy job. I work for Nightcore now. That's, if you know what that is, you know. So the next thing, we're going to get into the backpack. This is my current backpack. So this is a bag from Vertex, is the company. It is kind of a company. Their main shtick is they make bags for like everyday carry and concealed carry type stuff. So you can put your weapon in here if you wanted to. I don't have one that I put in here. I'm gonna preface that. It's meant. That's what a lot of their stuff is like designed around, and it's designed for like self-defense and stuff. I don't do any of that. I just really like the bag. I like the bag because it's a 20-liter bag. In the physical capacity, like the actual physical footprint of the bag is the smallest that I've used in a long time. The bag I was using before this is the Nomadic Luma 18-liter bag, and it's 2 less liters, and that bag is still bigger than this bag. I switched from that because I was using that bag before, and then before that, I was using the Peter McKinnon 25-liter bag, which I still use that on occasion. It's hanging right there on the wall. I don't think you can see it, but it's right over there. If I need more stuff, or if I'm doing something else, like there's sometimes it's very few, and when I say few, I just mean mostly family members. If they want like some drone pictures or some other kinds of pictures, I'll put all my stuff in that one because everything fits, but I don't need that all the time. Like, I don't need my drone all the time. It hangs on the wall right there, and my tripod that I use also hangs on the wall. So that's another reason that I switched to this bag. I decided I don't need to carry every single thing all the time at once. So I got this bag because it's smaller and I look less like a Ninja Turtle. Looking like a Ninja Turtle isn't bad. Ninja Turtles are awesome. I just want to get that out of the way. But, so, this bag, it has a little carry handle right here on the front, which is pretty neat. And then it has these two big zipper compartments in here. And then it has the main compartment up here. And then in this back compartment, which we'll talk about that just because there's nothing back here. And so the zippers for it I have tucked over here. But there is a big just compartment in the back of the bag. This is, if you carry a weapon, this is where it's meant to go. Like this right here is a holster for a small handgun that comes with the bag. I just left it there because I don't have one to put in there. I don't carry one. So, but kind of they're part of their shtick. This other zipper. This is a pull. They're patented pull tab zippers, so that like if you're wearing the bag, you could quickly whip it out, open it, and then you can grab your weapon, just like that. It probably looks cooler than what I just did because what I just did wasn't very graceful or elegant. So that's what's back here. I don't really use it except during the week. My work laptop goes in here because I just carry it from my house to my truck, and then I have a cradle that it goes in, and that's where it sits. And then when I come home, I just stick it in there, and then it sits on a stool over there. It's a chonker. It's a Panasonic Toughbook. I don't know if you've ever seen one. If you haven't, look one up. It goes in here. And then there's hook and loop in here. And so I just have some of my army tabs from my army days in here. I have my name tape and my U.S. Army tape in here. And then this one is my CBRN tab because I was a CBRN specialist, so I got to wear one. It looks cool. That's about it. So that's that very back portion of the bag. And then I just bring those zippers over to this side and tuck it in the water bottle pocket. Just like that, so they're out of the way. Also, on the exterior of the bag, I have this guy right here. This is my hero clip. It is the medium clip. It holds about 50 pounds. They're awesome because it's just a carabiner with a hook. So you can hang things. You can hang your bag off of things so it doesn't sit on the floor. I use it all the time to hang my bag when I'm taking it places or when I'm at places. I'll hang it on a table so it's not on the floor. I'll hang it in my car so it doesn't flop around. I hang it in my truck, my work truck, so it doesn't flop around. It's awesome. I use it all the time. And then the only other thing on the exterior of the bag, I have this pin. It is a little American pin with a soldier in a salute. It says proud to be a veteran. My wife got this for me last year during Veterans Day in last November because she was at the hospital with my doctor, or with our daughter for a doctor appointment, and they were giving them out at the hospital, so she grabbed one because she thought I needed one, and that was really sweet, and I love her. Okay, now we're going to get to the main meat and potatoes of this. So in this first compartment, which is at the bottom, we have what I keep in here. My other pair of headphones, I always carry two, and they're earbud style just because I don't wear over-the-ear headphones anymore. I decided I don't like them. It's just what I decided. These are my Powerbeats Pro. These are the new versions, so they're a little smaller. The case is a little smaller than the old ones. The physical buds are smaller than the old ones. And they're the style that hook over your ears and have all the buttons and all that stuff. Have a H1 or W1 chip in it. One of the chips, it's the one that they use for AirPods, so it works with all your Apple devices, which is good because that's mainly what I use. So that's my other pair of earbuds. The other thing I keep in here is our next D-brand product. These are playing cards. This is a new thing that they did over the holidays. It was originally something they were doing during their Black Friday sale. Whenever you ordered anything, you got a deck of cards. Now you can either buy the deck of cards for $11.11, or if you spend more than $100, I think you get a free deck of cards. But I really enjoy solitaire. That's it. I will, a lot of times I have all this stuff in here that I can play with. I'll sit at a table and play with my deck of cards. I really enjoy solitaire. I actually found a good solitaire app that I have on my iPad now that makes me happy. But yeah, we'll take a look at the cards. There you go. So yeah, these are what the backs of the cards look like. And this is a jack. And that's what one of the jacks look like. So yeah, all the cards I kind of have that D-brand aesthetic robot design on them. They're pretty cool. And then the box that they come in, this panel comes off. I remember looking this up at one point for what it says. I don't remember right now. You can look it up yourself. There you go. There's what it looks like. So if you want to figure out what it says, go look it up. But also in the back is when you buy the cards, all that's back here is these 311s, which is another D-brand Easter egg. And then I also keep, I'll just show you that one in the box because it's stuck. The 2 jokers in the back of that as well, because solitaire, you don't need jokers. Although the app that I play solitaire on my iPad, if you run out of moves, it'll let you use a joker as like a wild card. I don't know if that's an official rule or not. I don't think it is, but I need to look that up. But anyway, I keep the jokers back there with the 311s because I don't use them for solitaire. So, and then I like these cards, other than that they're D-brand, because I'm a D-brand fanboy. I like the case that they come in, because before my deck of cards, I had some Theory 11 cards, and they're good cards. It's just the case they come in is the regular paper one, and then that would get kind of ruined. So I like the hard cardboard case that these come in. I think it's cardboard. And then the last thing in here is something that I bought specifically when I started using this bag, is this little accessory couch. This is a pouch from Alpaca. It's called the Flight Pouch. And this is what I keep a bunch of my cables and stuff in. Before, they were just in the bag, in this compartment. I didn't like how they all just kind of flopped around there. And so I got this to keep them organized. I got this one because I measured the pocket of the bag and it fits. Originally, I wanted one that was going to be long enough and wide enough that it would take up that whole pocket of the bag. This one, it's wide enough, it fits perfectly, but it doesn't fill up the top of it. So that's why the cards and those beats, power beats, sit in that same pocket. But in this one, it's where I keep a bunch of goodies. This is kind of like, I did a video years ago. It was a Peak Design one, but I stuffed it with a bunch of stuff that went in the bag. This is pretty much the same thing, just not as much stuff as was in that Peak Design one. Cables, chargers, all that stuff's in here, which I'll show you my cables, but I'm just going to tell you they're all Anchor cables because that's what I like. This is a 10-foot cable. I believe it's the 240-watt one, but it's 10 feet long. I have this cable. I think it is a 6 feet or a 3-meter cable, one of the two. I know those aren't the same measurements. Don't hate me. But it's green. I like the green one. I also have this Anchor Prime cable. It is another 240-watt cable. I don't have bricks or outlets that support that anyway, but something you could do. I also have this little 1-meter USB-C to USB-C cable. This one is mainly what I use with my SSD, which is this one right here. This is my Samsung T7 SSD. And then my power bricks that I have in here, I have 2 of them because I'm weird. I have this Anchor Nano. I believe this is the Anchor Nano 2. This is the Nano 3. I was wrong. So this is the Nano 3. It is a 30 watt. Yep, there's still 30 watts. It's got the flip out prongs. It's green. It goes with the green cable. I don't know if you got that or not, made the connection or not. It's the green Anchor brick that goes with the green cable. And then this is my Anchor 677. Is that what it is? I don't remember the number. I don't want to look too hard for the number. I made a video about it a couple years ago. But yeah, it's a 67 watt charger. So 65 or 67. It's got 2 USB-C ports and a USB-A port on the bottom of it. They're all power delivery. And then for that, I have also this little Satechi USB-A to USB-C adapter, because I don't have any USB-A to C cables, and everything that I have is USB Type-C. So I have this. I also have a Spuds microfiber cloth, which is just a little container that you flip the top out, and there's a little microfiber cloth to clean all your goodies. The only thing that I would have done differently is when I bought this, I didn't realize that they came in different sizes. So if I could do it again, I would buy a little bit bigger one. But that's okay. It works. I also have a Anchor USB-C SD card reader. So it reads SD card, full-size SD cards and micro SD cards. And I've used dongles and stuff in the past, and depending which computer I have, because I have 2 different laptops that I mainly use one over the other, but one of them has an SD card reader in it. But I prefer this because I don't like the dongles because they just stick out way too much. The only thing I would need my longer dongle, I have a Satechi dongle, the adapter that has all the ports. The only thing I will use that for is if I need the Ethernet port, which that's not very often. So I carry this USB-C card reader. Last thing in here is my battery that I'm currently using. It is this Anchor Nano Slim 5000 milliamp hour MagSafe battery. This one is G2, which is awesome. This one, I think this is actually fairly new. They brought it out. It's like their competitor to the Apple one for the iPhone Air. So it's super tiny. It's 5,000 milliamp hours and goes on your iPhone or other MagSafe device like that. The only thing with this one, you can't really tell on the grip. It kind of, this part of the case kind of gets in the way of it. But that's only with my 15 Pro, and it's not the end of the world because you can see that it's still charging the phone. So that goes in there as well because I don't actually use this very often. I'm going to probably start using it more because the only downside of my 15 Pro with the age of it, the battery is trash. And that is what's in this pouch. Okay, moving on to the next compartment, which this one has it's all camera gear. It's all filming stuff, which the only thing that I carry that's not going to be in here is my camera that I'm recording with. So I'm recording with my Sony ZV-1 camera. I've talked about it before. It's been in the bag for a number of years. It works fine for what I do. I'm not going to replace it. I've said that before. Yeah, it's in other videos if you want me to show you what it looks like, but I'm not going to show you what it looks like. And the only other thing that's not in the bag that I'm using is my Gorilla Pod that the camera is sitting on. But other than that, let's see. Oh, we'll pull this out first. This is my microphone. This is the DJI Mic Mini. If I open it up and show you, it's missing one of the mics and the receiver because, as you can see, mic, receiver's on the camera. But this is my Mic Mini. I got this one because I bought it, and then like 2 weeks later, the Mic 3 came out, and Best Buy wouldn't let me return it for the Mic 3. So, but honestly, this one works fine. It works perfectly fine. I would have only just swapped it out because if I would have known that was coming out, I would have waited and bought the Mic 3 instead. But neither here nor there. It was also on sale when I bought it. That was the main reason why I pulled the trigger. But this is my mic, and I like having a mic. I've never really been like a separate mic person, but I like it now. The other thing in here, this is 2 different parts. This is my Osmo Pocket 3. This is a camera, again, I've had for a couple years now. Most of my videos that I've been posting for the last, definitely the last previous year, I was posting all of my videos using this camera. It was very popular when it came out. It still is very popular, but now it's just also super expensive because it's 2026 and there's tariffs and there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on and everything is just stupid expensive. So I believe when I bought this, the SD card's missing. I need to find that. I believe when I bought this, the creator combo was either $4.99 or $5.99. It is not that anymore. It is more expensive now. So I'm sorry to all those that want a Pocket 3 but don't want to pay your arm or your leg or your next born child. Supposedly the 4 is coming out soon. There's been rumors that the 4 is coming out soon. I won't be buying the 4 because I like my 3 and it works for what I do. The only thing this is the one, it actually sits right here. This is the one that came with the mic, just the mic 2 transmitter. I don't carry the mic 2, it just kind of sits here magneted to my desk. I don't carry it because I have the mic mini and it connects to this just fine. And then the last thing I have in here is my other camera. This is my DJI Osmo Nano. This one's been really fun to just play with. I haven't posted anything with it yet. I'm gonna start trying to do more stuff with it. The most that I've been using it for right now, I use it in my car, kind of like a dash cam. It's not really a good dash cam because the battery doesn't last super long in the actual camera body of it. But it's fun to play with. This summer, or last summer I should say, I know I wore it a couple times when I mowed my lawn. Total dad move. I recorded my mowing my lawn. That was fun. I enjoyed it. But yeah, this is the actual camera unit. And then this is the actual screen, so you can kind of just like set this up to get the shot, and then this is the screen that you can see everything to, which is super fun. The only gripe I have with this camera, which maybe I can make a separate video talking about it, is that when you record, it automatically goes to the internal memory on the camera first, which is fine, totally fine, except then when you connect it, and there could be a setting I haven't found yet. If there is, somebody tell me so that I can do it. But when I connect it, I have to physically go in and then export it to the SD card, because that's how I dump my footage. I don't like using the app to get the footage. I just like dumping it onto the SD card, then sticking the SD card in my computer. There's a better way to do it. Somebody tell me, please. I'm not the smartest man in the world. And then just connected to it. On the bottom, I keep the mounts that come with it. There's the clip mount that a lot of times I'll clip to my hat because I'm a hat person now. I'm a dad. I wear a lot of hats. And this is the necklace mount. So it's just kept up with a rubber band. This is wrapped around it is the necklace part. And then this is the magnet so that you can wear it in your shirt. And then it just sticks right there. So that's what's in the camera portion. Moving on. That's that. Now we're into the main compartment of the bag. We'll start off. Bottle of ibuprofen. Nothing special about this specific one. I bought this out of hospital because I get headaches. They're annoying. Sometimes I can deal with it, and other times I can't. When the times when I can't, I take ibuprofen. We'll do more phones, because there's more phones in here. I'm gonna kind of zip this up so stuff doesn't fall out. I've always been a 2-phone person. You know that. I have always had an Android phone. Either like I'll carry it or I'll put it in my bag. Most of the time it's in my bag because it's not my main phone. But this is my Android phone. This is my Google Pixel 10 Pro. I've been a Pixel fan, which I've always said before. I also was a folding phone fan for a while. I kind of have gotten off that train. Yeah, because I was on flips, the Z flips, and I just kind of moved away from them. I had a 9 Pro Fold that I bought secondhand that I used before this that I enjoyed. I just didn't really use the actual folding part of it very often. And it could be because Android's always been just my secondary phone. I should main this I really should, like, just to see if I like it. I think I would like it, but I haven't yet. So, but besides that, this is my Android phone. It's my Google Pixel 10 Pro. It's also got a D-brand grip with the dead quarters skin, and the dead quarters is also on the Pixel, the back of the device as well. And then the only reason I have this is because this is a company phone, so I'm not gonna go too deep into it because it doesn't actually belong to me. It belongs to Nycor. But this is my Nycor phone, and it also has a D-brand grip with just a matte black skin on it because it's a company phone. The phone itself is not skinned because it's not mine. It belongs to the company. So there's that. That I have on me Monday through Friday because that's how I get all my work calls. Let's do this one. This is kind of what the inside of the bag looks like. It's a big open area, laptop pocket, little pocket, zipper pocket, pen pockets. This is a little Civivi knife case that the knives come in when you buy a knife. And in this, I have some knives and some other little tools. So I have this knife. This is a Civivi Elementum. I believe it's the first version, but it has clear scales. And it's pretty cool. There's no pocket clip because I don't know why, but the pocket clip fell out. And I lost one of the screws. I found the clip, but I lost one of the screws. So it's just a... wow, that was terrible. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. There we go. Finger flipper. It's kind of dirty. I need to clean it and sharpen it. But there's that. I have another Civivi knife. This is another Elementum. It's a little different. It's a finger flipper with a button lock on it, but this one is a utility knife version of it. So it has utility knife blades on there so that if you ever break it or you need to change it, you can just get utility blades, which is awesome because I have a bunch in my garage and utility blades are pretty cheap. And then it's a finger flip with a button lock. So that's pretty cool. Still has the clip because this is actually a fairly new knife. This was a Christmas gift. Also have a Mighty Bar. Literally what it's called. As you can see on it. It says the Mighty Bar. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. It says the Mighty Bar. It's a little mini pry bar. I don't use it very often, but it was cool. And this is from CRKT. It is a pocket screwdriver. And so the belt clip pops off, and that's where you put the bits. When I watched a video about this, I saw someone said you could use it as an impromptu pill case. I wouldn't use it as a pill case personally, but I guess you could. It has 4 different bits in it. It has... It has a Phillips. You can hear the coyotes right now. That's pretty crazy. Autofocus is not really working right now, but it has a Phillips bit. It has 2 T bits, and it has a Phillips P1 bit. And this is just me personally. I don't understand why there's 2 star bits, why there's 2 T bits. It is a... What even is it? It's a T6 and a T8. I don't know how many T6, T8, and T6 screws you're pulling out or screwing in personally. Me, not very many. If it was me, I would get rid of that 6 because most of the T's I've ever run into is an 8, and I would put in a Phillips 2 because this is only a P1, and it would be nice if there was a 2. This is nice for little things. We have a lot of equipment at work that you need a P1 screwdriver to open, but using it is like so. This is the container, and then the bit goes in there like so, and there is your little mini screwdriver. So it's a neat little screwdriver. Not complaining. I use it quite a bit. I don't think I really use the T-bits in it, but oops, I hit the camera. They're there if you need it. Gotta take a drink. Okay. Next thing. I have a field notes. I want to try and start documenting things and writing things down more. Just because I need to practice it so I can keep track of things. This is what I have in it currently. There's some notes from last Sunday that I jotted down at church, and there are some video ideas that I also jotted down today. So I'm going to try and keep track of stuff and use these more. And so with that, the stationery that I carry in here, I have a lot of pens. I don't know why I have such a fascination with pens. I have 5 different utensils in this bag, and also none of them are a pencil, so take with that what you will. I have 2 different permanent markers. I have a Sharpie, and I have a Milwaukee version of a Sharpie permanent marker. The Milwaukee one, it works better on stuff outside, which is nice. And then I just have a regular Sharpie, and I have 3 different pens. I have my Pilot G2. That is a 0.5. It is a fine tip pen. This is also a fine tip pen. This is a Uniball Signo pen. I saw it on Amazon. They're fine tip pens that write really nice, and I think I got a pack of like a dozen of them maybe for like 12 or 13 bucks. I think there was more than a dozen of them. I don't remember how many's in the box. And then I have my Fisher Space bullet pen, which is pretty cool. It is a really tiny pen when it is all closed up, and then you open up, put the cap on, and it is a full-size writing utensil. So that's pretty neat. We'll save with some of those items for last. There's a zipper pocket in here that I have some little items. I have a little tube of Bag Balm. If you don't know, Bag Balm is like an ointment, like a salve that you can put on. I use it mostly when it's cold, like it is out right now. My fingers crack, and it's very painful. So I will stick this in the cracks of my fingers, and it makes them feel better, and it helps them heal. I have an air tag. Keep track of your stuff. Know where your stuff is. And the last thing in this pocket, this is the last little bit of Army memorabilia that I have. This is a challenge coin from a Chief Warrant Officer 5 that I got my last year in the National Guard during our during a training mission. We had a Seaburn Chief Warrant Officer 5 come and watch us the whole 2 weeks that we were training, and he was very impressed with how I did, so he gave me a challenge coin. That's what it looks like, and I think it's pretty cool. And the back of it just has the black bar, which is the rank of a CW5. I keep it in my bag. It's cool. I have other coins. I don't think you can see it in here. I'll show you one day. This whole shelf with my collection of stuff behind me is eventually going to get its own video, but I have an actual challenge coin box that has coins in it that I'll show you one day. This is my iPad mini, and it is in a moffed case. The case is new. I got it just because the Apple case that Apple sells is kind of trash. It fell off all the time. This one, the cover kind of still wobbles. It's not as stiff as I would like it, but the main reason that I bought this is because you can see all the patterns and stuff on this case. It's like one of those origami things that you open it up and it can like take a bunch of shapes so that you can have your iPad stand in all kinds of different orientations. Also, somewhere in the case, which I think it's right here because there's the little, I don't know if you can see it with the camera, there's a little like phone picture. It's supposed to be like a magnet so that you have it in one of the orientations, and then you can have like your phone almost as like a second display on there, so you can look at your phone while you're doing stuff on your iPad. So far today that I've been playing with it, the magnet isn't that great, so like it's more so that it's a shelf that the phone sits on and then it sits on the top of the iPad. But yeah, this is my iPad mini 6. I like it very much. I don't think I need to upgrade to the newer one that they have because it's fine. I'll think about it maybe if they put an M chip in the iPad mini, but I don't see them doing that very soon personally. And then the actual iPad itself has a teardown skin on it. How many D-brand things can you fit in one bag? It's a lot. This is my Nintendo Switch OLED. It's in this little zip case that I bought many, many years ago when I bought my first Switch. But this is my Nintendo Switch OLED. It has a also has its own teardown skin on the back of it. Has the blue and green Joy-Cons. I don't remember if I've talked about this before, but it used to have 2 green ones. The lock broke on the other green one, and it would come off and didn't lock into the Switch. So now I have a blue one. And yeah, I used to use a Nitro deck for this, and I decided I didn't want to use it anymore. I just kind of grew out of it. The main reason that I kind of grew out of it, which I'll show you, the main reason why the Nitro deck exists is to give your Switch a Steam Deck-like experience, but I don't need that anymore because I actually have one. This is my Steam Deck OLED. It's also in a D-brand case. It's the Kill Switch, but that's not the thing. This is my Steam Deck OLED, which I'm going to tell you right now, if you're in the market for one, don't buy one brand new. Either Valve, sometimes they have a whole refurbished section on their website that you can shop Steam Deck. Go there. If you can't find one there, I kid you not, go to Facebook Marketplace. If you look for them, they're on there. And a lot of times they're not that expensive. And most people that have one of these take really good care of them. And they're getting rid of them because they got something else. But this is my Steam Deck OLED. It is the 512 gig model, and it has a 2 terabyte SSD in there. I learned very quickly when I started playing this that games take up a lot of space, more space than they do on a Switch. So I got that, and yeah, I very much enjoy this. The games that I play the most on this are Spider-Man. I play a lot of Spider-Man. I have Spider-Man Remastered, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. Actually, the game I've been playing a lot of right now is Marvel Cosmic Invasion. It's a newer game. It's like a arcade-style game. I've been having a lot of fun. I have 86 hours poured into it so far, which, I mean, that's a lot. That's a whole work. That's over a whole work pay period. But I think there's more games that have way more hours. Like Spider-Man 2, my total playtime is like 271 hours. But that being said, this is super fun. And then it's in a Kill Switch case, which is from D-Brand. I got this one. Other than I like D-Brand, it is the travel cover, so it keeps the screen safe. And then it has this kickstand, which is removable. And there's also some binary in there where the Kill Switch goes, or the kickstand goes. If you want to take the time to decipher that, by all means, feel free. I know what it says. It's an Easter egg to the previous version because there was a different version of the Kill Switch case before. The original one had magnets, and they had to redesign it because the magnets were disrupting the fan. I'm not going to tell you what it says because it's not very nice. But it is funny. And then the last thing in here is... Actually, it's not the last thing. I also have a flashlight. This is a tiny Woobin G5 flashlight. Gonna be honest, I don't know a whole lot about it. It was a Christmas present. And I like little flashlights. This is the one I was using before. It's just something I bought off of Amazon. This one, it's a little bigger, but it's definitely smaller. And it's definitely brighter. The head swivels, which is nice. That's got this little dial on it that actually adjusts the level of intensity of the light. And then it is USB-C. But yeah, I don't know a whole bunch about it because I didn't buy it, but it's super cool. Now friends, is that everything? Yeah. Now friends, last thing is my laptop. It is my MacBook Air, my M4 MacBook Air in Midnight. A little disappointed that they don't have Space Gray anymore, but I also have my black camo D-Brand skin on it. Super nice, really works for anything. I really contemplated going up to a MacBook Pro, but I decided I don't need it, and I wanted to save the money. And I'm going to be honest, I don't use this as much as I used to use a laptop, because I have a Mac Mini, and that's what I use more, is my Mac Mini. So this is my laptop, either this, or I also have, and I'll just show you because it lives underneath my desk, I have a G14 Asus Zephyrus G14. I bought this a long time ago, mainly because I wanted to play games. There was a certain game I wanted to play, and I needed a PC, so I bought one. And it's got a couple stickers on it. It's got a Pete's Pirate Life sticker, it has a DJI sticker, and it has a union sticker for the union that I'm a part of at work. But I don't take that one out very often, like ever. Occasionally I'll go through a phase that I'll be like, I'll bring this because it's like a Windows version of a MacBook Pro. It's really not. Yeah, and so then I bring it back, and then it just sits there. But yeah, that is the entirety of the bag. I'll show you again what the inside of the bag looks like. It's fairly open. I like it a lot. It's very different than what I've been using the last couple years. Although what I've been using the last couple years has been very compartmentalized. I don't know if that's the right word, but there's a lot of organization, and they're good, and that's great. I just grew not to like it because I had to do more work to get the stuff I wanted, and so I went back to a style like this, and I kept stuff that was easier to get in there. And I liked these just because it had the front pockets that I could keep the little stuff like cameras and cables, stuff like that. And then there is a stretchy water bottle pocket. There's only one, which is fine because I don't always carry a tripod and I only need one water bottle. And then it also has a pass-through pocket on the back. But yeah, that is it. That is my EDC. That's what I carry around for starting January of 2026. But yeah, this has been fun. I have more ideas for more videos coming soon, and I got it right off the bat. I'm not going to commit to a schedule. It's not always going to be a consistent posting schedule. I would like it to be, but that's just not where I'm at right now. And hopefully you guys can understand. I think you will. You all seem, I've read your comments. You all seem like very reasonable, nice people to talk to. So I appreciate that. I appreciate most of you still sticking around after the year-long hiatus. And yeah, if any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. And let's chat about it, and we'll talk about it. And yeah, look forward to more stuff in the future. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Be safe out there. Bye.